All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation. Let's get right to it. The big news yesterday was Kash Patel was approved by the United States Senate. He is confirmed. He is now the FBI director. Look out next week what flies out of that office. CPAC's been all week, and Musk went and spoke yesterday, talked about how you have the combination of you don't care and incompetence. Remember what I said all the time? No matter what it is, you need somebody who cares and knows what the hell they're doing. That's exactly what Musk said yesterday at CPAC. Trump speaks there, I think, tomorrow. Bottom line is CPAC, they get together, rally. It's almost like they're cheering themselves up. All right, Mitch McConnell, more big news yesterday, announced on the United States Senate he is not running for re-election. So everybody will be gunning for that seat. I think Andy Barr, a congressman from Lexington, will be the front runner. Daniel Cameron announced immediately thereafter. Gold. Is there gold in Fort Knox or not? You know, we're audited anything and everything. And the way the government's run, it wouldn't shock me if they opened up the doors and the gold was gone. There's supposed to be nearly $500 billion of gold in Fort Knox. We'll see. All right. Musk, he says that the astronaut's been stranded for political purposes. Another astronaut gave Musk a hard time about it, and Musk fought back. Trump says Byron Donalds, the congressman from Florida, is his choice for governor of Florida. I wonder if there's ever been a black governor of Florida. I don't think there has been. Byron Donalds. Stephen Miller came out, did a press conference yesterday, educated the press on what the executive power means, and had a well good time. Kirkland's shutting down stores every place. Jack Schlossberg is going to get sued by Alan Dershowitz for some defamation. This Schlossberg guy, this is Caroline Kennedy's son, he thinks he's something else. He's no JFK, that's for sure. And Kohl's is shutting down stores. If they don't shut down a store at Walton, I'd be shocked. Foreign Education Fund, Comer's promised an investigation of this. Apparently, there's been a lot of billions of dollars of foreign countries in our education. How do you explain that? Amazon has now topped Walmart as the largest retailer. Who would have ever thought way back then that would have happened? And Rand Paul now says he made a mistake not endorsing Trump. Really? What are you going to do, Rand? Support Kamala Harris? Rand Paul's a weirdo. And the love interest of, don't ever forget this, Thomas Massie. FDA, we find out that the FDA, can't make this up, we're told not to use the words woman and disabled. Woke world, messed up. Cruise lines don't get taxed. Trump says now they're going to. Council of Governors didn't know this existed. There's apparently 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats. Trump appoints them. You know who he put on this board? He put on Hochul from New York, Whitmer from Michigan, DeSantis is on it. Youngkin's going to be the head of it. He's from, of course, Virginia, the tall guy in the middle. But interesting group of people. Schumer says, well, of course there's wasted spending. Then why didn't you do something about it? It is, I always thought that what they did to COVID was the worst thing they did to our country since slavery, the mandates. The wasteful spending, the complete disregard by everybody who's been in Congress, decade after decade after decade, is pretty disturbing, isn't it? Musk says on spending, it's so bad and so prolific, everywhere he goes, he just finds more waste. And he says it's sad that they didn't care. They just don't care. All right, IRS cuts, about 6,000 or more. I talked to my pal down in Tampa Bay, Florida office, says there's a lot of people getting cut. National Guard of American Heroes. Trump's rolling out all the names. They include Ali and even Kobe Bryant. You know why Trump wants the American Guard of Heroes? So he can be in the American Guard of Heroes. Hyundai and Kia are apparently going to maybe build some plants here to avoid tariffs. See, that's the whole idea of the tariff threat. James Carville says Trump has begun to fall. Really? The Raging Cajun is right about his party, but he's not right about Donald Trump. The USS Harry Truman captain was fired. This is an aircraft carrier that hit a merchant ship. Yeah, he's got to go. So he's been canned. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, local news. All right, here we go with local news. Dr. Jeffrey Hottip, a neurosurgeon, killed a couple folks. His medical license in the state of Ohio has been suspended. Senator Rawlings passed a bill in the State House giving us an opportunity apparently to sue the government more over religious freedom. We'll see how that rolls out. Daniel Cameron's announced that he's running for Mitch McConnell's seat. Tell me that wasn't coordinated. ER visits are on the uptake all around the region. Why? Because of viruses, the flu and whatnot. Corey Bowman, J.D. Vance's half-brother, step-brother, whatever he is made the right petition for Cincinnati mayor. He's got enough signatures. There's now a battle going on between Big Boy and Frisch's. There's an out-of-town Big Boy who wants the Frisch's locations, but the franchisee of Frisch's is complaining that that's on their territory, which really sucks. Don't we just want Frisch's and Big Boy? We don't care who the hell does it. And a 13-year-old was shot in Winton Woods. That's scary. And the Miami fraternity, hazing, they have been suspended. The frat is called Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Just having a little bit of fun, right? Coming up next, world news. All right, here we go with world news. China is floating some of their boats, military ships around Australia. And Australia says, hey, we don't like that too much. I think the Australians sent out a team of surfboarders to check it out and report back. China, this is kind of crazy, but I bet you we have the same technology. Apparently, from 62 miles up, they can see things down to the millimeter. That's pretty wild. British medical exam, apparently, they screwed up on a test, and a lot of doctors passed tests that didn't pass. Leave it to the Brits to screw it up. I'm just kidding. I love you, Brits. And Jay Morant, the great basketball player from Memphis Grizzly, gigantic freaking house, guess what? His same gang, the same Chilean gang that hit Burrow. 500,000 Haitians that got special status. Trump's removing that special status. Netanyahu is madder than hell because they didn't return the body of Cherie Bibas. And they tried to sub in a body for his mother. Got busted. It's not going to be good. Coming up next, Sports Without Boundaries. All right, Sports Without Boundaries, we lead with the sad story that Canada beat us 3-2. We had them. Their first goal was luckier than hell. But the bottom line is, we also had an illness. I'm making all the excuses for the team. Matt Tkachuk, or whatever his name is, got hurt. Our best defenseman couldn't play because he got hurt. We still should have beat him. But I'm proud of USA. Trudeau went bonkers. Wembanyama has got a shoulder issue. They're shutting him down for the rest of the season. Carson Beck had a Ferrari and a Mercedes stolen. Welcome to Miami, Carson Beck. UK plays Bama tomorrow. I think it's at 6 o'clock. Florida State plays Louisville. Bob Huggins wants back into basketball coaching. And University of Cincinnati wants to play, or going to play, Texas Christian University. Coming up next, pop culture. All right, pop culture. George Clooney. Man, he's even thawing on Trump. He says he hopes Trump does a great job. Didn't say anything nasty. You know what Clooney's doing, I think, behind his shift a little bit, is he got blamed for the Kamala Harris sub in on Joe Biden. So he might just be so persona non grata on the other side. This is his move. That's his move. By the way, this is my opinion of George Clooney. I think he's a really good guy. I really do. I think he's a good guy. Let's face it, he's so big now and so rich, it changes you. But I think he's a good guy. He's just liberal. All right, an asteroid. Remember we talked about this 1%? It's now up to 3.5%. Elon, please save us. And an AI, this is wild, an AI solved a superbug issue in 2 days that it's taken scientists a decade. I'm warming up to AI, folks. I am. I mean, that's crazy. With AI, gosh, what can they do with medicine? It's crazy. Coming up next, we will close with your Shakespeare insult of the day, which I know you all stick around for. All right, your Shakespeare insult of the day is, do not be a bootless, mammering varlet.